Immersion cooling, more problems or less problems in the daily operation? Oh my. Basically, immersion cooling and basically direct-to-chip cooling, liquid cooling, it's another level of complexity which we are adding, on top of what we know already. So let's say you need to learn something. You need to, let's say, you need to address new challenges, new maintenance procedures, and so on and so forth. So is that less or more problems? Well, with the immersion cooling, obviously, I would say it will be so much less challenges and less problems in the data hall, thinking about long-term maintenance. Because you may know how to set up the rack, you will eventually learn how to set up the immersion tank or direct-to-chip cooling system. But in general, let's say most of the workload is associated with the maintenance. And with the immersion cooling system, there's so much less maintenance. So immersion means less issues, less problems, simply because we are isolating all the electronic components from the major causes of electronic components failure, which would be humidity. We don't have any air, so we don't have humidity. We remove the air from the equation. We don't have the dust, and associated with the dust, corrosion, contamination, zinc whiskers. So one of the, let's say, issues with the electronics. We don't have vibration, obviously, because we don't have the fans in the immersion, and obviously we should not have any overheating in the immersion cooling system, simply because the immersion cooling means that we are cooling whole server, completely removing 100% of the heat load from that server with the really elevated inlet coolant. And also what's important is that the major hydrocarbons which are used in the immersion, they expand when they are heated. So even if you have those tight spaces, tight areas between the disk drives or the memory chips, the fluid will expand in that location and will circulate, will convect in that location. So you'll have perfect cooling also in those tight areas, tight spaces. So better cooling of the mechanical components like hard drives, better cooling of, let's say, warm or hot memory chips, better cooling of some voltage regulators or some hot spots on the main board. So I guess immersion cooling, and we have the proofs for that, means 50% less work, 50% less maintenance actions. And in that sense, there are less challenges in the daily operation of the immersion cooling system than with the typical standard air-cooled systems or even direct chip cooling systems.